Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Julie McNeil Crafts. So today I am going to be making a page in my Junk and Disorderly journal. This is a few of my pages here, and I am going to be using the prompts from the Take 5 collaboration. So I'm showing you this because I keep buying refills for this, which is 8x8 paper, and I've just suddenly realised, because I'm on a stash busting thing, that I could just chop anything I've got down to 8x8. So this is some die cuts with a view paper. It's from this paper stack here, All About Girls. It's ages old. I don't have a huge amount of it left, so I'm just looking at ways of looking at my stash differently and creating new things. So I'm going to chop this down to 8x8 and then create a journal page to go in my journal. Okay, and I'll be back once I've done that. Okay, so I have chopped that down now into my 8x8. I've got the 5 prompts here. We've got washi tape, flowers, doodling, tissue paper and add a border. So this paper already has flowers in it, which is very handy. So I'm just going to get my zig markers and add a little bit of watercolour to this. Now I should have worked a little bit quicker than that, because obviously this is not watercolour paper, so we're not going to get the same movement. We're going to have to work fairly quickly, and I can't overwork it because it will bobble. So what I'm going to do is I will just pop you on fast forward while I colour all of that in. Did that, but that's the flower element into my page now, and now I am going to add some of the tissue paper. So I've got this lovely flamingo stuff that I found, and I do have a tad of an obsession with flamingos, and I did have this obsession long before they ever really became a thing. I can show you art journal pages of like 2012 where I have drawn flamingos. So yeah, they've long been a thing, but now they seem to have kind of taken over the world. They're very popular. Which is, I don't know, it's kind of annoying in one way, because it was like, you feel like you have to go, but I liked them before they became a fashion thing. But it's also really cool in that I can actually buy loads and loads of flamingo stuff, and then when the whole craze is over, I'll still have it and I'll still love it. So I am putting this over here like so, just gluing that down. So I have used indigo blue super thick Slap It On, and that is literally all what I am planning on doing, just grabbing a little bit and slapping it on. I actually already recorded a video doing a journal page, and I didn't like it. It's alright, it'll go in my journal, but it's not one I feel I want to share. I'll stick with this one. Well, let's hope this one works out. Okay, so that's me got my... Ooh, just throw my washi tape into my gel. That is not good. Not a good plan. Okay, wipe that off before it's set solid. I think we'll be definitely using this washi then. Okay, I'm just going to put my brush in water before it sets like a stick. Yeah, so I don't know why I just suddenly realised, you know what, I can actually use anything and stick it in that journal, because it's just got 2 jump rings, so I could have a much more mixed media-ish type journal in that, you know, I can use whatever as a substrate. So, fabulous. Loved it when I discovered that. It's like, I don't know why it took me so long to do that. So now I'm adding the washi tape. I have no idea of the finished direction of this page. I am just playing, because, I don't know, that's what I find art journals to be for. Having a play and not worrying about it too much. So I am just sticking some, I like this washi, it's got a little bit of a rose gold thing going on, and it's, there's the gold in the, in the tissue paper as well. So that's all looking fab. Okay, I may put a few more bits and pieces in. I also am in love with this little love heart washi, so we'll just put little elements of that here and there. Oh, that's very gold, I like that. So we'll just, I'm just dripping it and putting it in various places. Since I've made a corner there, I'll do one up here as well. And then we'll maybe just put another random bit there. Okay, so this is me just creating a bit of a background. What else have we got? Do I like these spots? Shall we have some spots? Why not? Okay. Right. I'm just randomly sticking all my washi on it now. I'm just going for it. Washi time. Kind of hidden my flowers, but they are there. You saw that they were there. That's the thing with art journaling. People say, why do you do that when you cover it all up? And well, it's fun. I'm enjoying the process. I don't have a direction, and I think sometimes that's quite fun. Sometimes when we're crafting, we're so focused on the finished piece, whereas actually sometimes it's just the process and enjoying creating and, you know, plonking things down and enjoying that process. So that's partly why I do it. And then also you can still see it. If you look through that, I can still see the flowers through the tissue paper and the tissue paper through the washi, and when you start looking at it, it's just got, the fact you've got lots and lots of layers, it just adds such a lot of depth. So that's me done 3 of my prompts. That's the flowers, the washi, the tissue paper. I'm going to let that dry, go and clean my brush, and then I will be back to finish off and make sure that I include a border and some doodling. Okay, so I have left that to dry. What I am going to do now is I'm just, ooh, if I can get it open, I am just going to put some clear gesso over my page. Just realised my paint pot's about to fall. Oh, I've rescued it. Okay, so I'm just going to pop some clear gesso over my page. This is because the medium that I used is a gloss medium, and so I'm wanting to knock that gloss back. I also would quite like to give the page a little bit of a tooth so that I can apply some inks. So I am going over it now with that clear gesso, and then also what I have done is I have picked out some bits from the matching paper pad that I use the backing. So what I've done, as you can see, I'll show you the paper. I've cut the flowers out from that, and also I have cut some of these little tags out as well, and I am going to use them on my journal. So I'm also now just going to grab some of my white gesso, and I'm going to go in with my fingers. I want to create I want to white out the centre a little bit, because I'm going to arrange those little journal tags and pieces that I found into the centre of it. So I just kind of want to whiten that out a bit so that it stands out. So I'm going to do that just kind of loosely. I don't want it looking overly conformed and deliberate, but we'll just kind of create a little bit of a highlight area in the middle there. So now I'm going to let that dry again, go and grab my stencil and just do a little bit of inking. Okay, so I've just blasted that with my heat gun. I've got my new brushes. I got a packet of these from Amazon. There's another one here as well. They are makeup brushes, and I think they cost it £3 something or other, and I've seen a few crafters use them. I know I saw, was it Spaceman Crafts was the first place I saw it, and then it's at the other end of my craft room now. Whilst I was purchasing these, they had the more sort of traditional makeup brushes, you know, like the smaller ones for your eyes, massive pack of about 30 of them for £1.20 odd. So I thought, oh well, these seem to have had quite good success, and I have to say, I had a little play earlier and I was really, really impressed with how well they blended. So I'm quite pleased on this little find. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to go about cleaning them. I have seen a video about somebody cleaning them, so I'll have to find that. So I've just got some distressed oxides, I have got some of the squeezed lemon and some of the picked raspberry, and I am just putting some polka dots down because quite frankly I love polka dots. As you may have seen from my channel, if I can put a circle on something, I will. I love circles. I don't know what it is about circles, but I do love them. Okay, so we'll add, so yeah, I highly recommend these brushes. They are awesome. And I have to say, the last time, it will be on my make for coming on Saturday for the Daffodil Appeal, and actually I used those brushes and the Distress Oxide on Express It paper, which is designed for alcohol markers, not for taking your mediums, so I really was quite impressed with how it looked. Actually, I think what I am going to do, I'm just going to grab my mat, hang on a second, sorry about that. I decided while I was at it that I'm actually going to bring the colour round the edges as well, just to tie everything together a bit. These are incredible, I have to say. Like, I have tried lots of different blending ones and all the ones that are there traditionally for crafters. These, as a cheap alternative, seem to be working a lot better than some of my other things. With regards to longevity, I don't know, because I've just literally opened the pack, but to be honest, they're that cheap that they're probably better than continually using the foam all the time. Okay, so that's kind of brought the colour in a bit. I'm kind of wishing, I'm going to do it the same with yellow, because just the colours that I've picked in here, that's much more of a corally, so I think that's just a bit too pink. So yeah, if we bring some of this in as well, mix the two together, we've got a far more sort of orangey corally look, which I think will be more cohesive with how the rest of the page looks. I'm liking the direction the page is going. I had no idea when I started what I was doing, but it's going alright. It's going alright. So in the effort to continue stash busting, I have pulled out a load of things now. I like that one. Love Always. I think I want that to be my centrepiece. As always, I am just going to edge everything with my Pro Marker, because I think when you're putting layer upon layer, it helps to differentiate between the layers. So it's something that you'll have seen me do a lot, but I do like to do it. So I'm just going to have a little play with these different elements and see where we end up with them. And now I've pulled out some of these, I'm thinking, do you know, this is like some unloved stash. It's a paper pad that I have not used in donkey's years. I think I bought it way before my daughter was born, and you know, she's going to be 7 soon. So we're talking probably, I don't know, at least 10 years. At least 10 years I've had these, and I did like them when I got them and probably made a whole load of stuff, and then they've just kind of new stuff has come along and grabbed my attention, and yeah, here we are. Now I'm not trying to see what I want. Trying to arrange something here. Okay. But I just thought it would make quite a nice little centrepiece to have all of those bits together. I think I might need to gesso, do some more gessoing again. I've lost my white space. I'll just have a play with this, and then we'll see where we are with regards to what we'll do next. My black line's bleeding slightly. It's probably the quality of the paper. Right, I need to make it more interesting. Let me see. Okay. Let's have a look. I think something along those lines, maybe. But yeah, I've definitely lost the white space to make that bit pop. So I'll just do that off camera, because you've already seen me do it once. I'm just going to brighten that up a bit. Okay, so I have blanked that out and I have got my elements that I am about to stick down. I have to say this is very different to anything I have done as an art journal page before. I have to say it almost feels a bit like a scrapbook layout but without the photographs, so very different from me, but why not? And this is the thing, I have I think in one of my first videos, it's like I have a little discussion about this. I don't like it when people pigeonhole themselves. Like, I think you can have a preferred thing, but it's like to say, I just always think, you know, if you're, I mean, it's just my opinion, so please don't shoot me down in flames, but rather than kind of calling ourselves, I'm a card maker, I'm a scrapbooker, I'm a mixed media artist, I just think craft is craft. I think we're creative beings. We just like to create, and we maybe go through phases of different things, and things being that we're more drawn to from time to time, but it all crosses over, so be open just to create. I think that's why my channel doesn't have one particular genre. I've got altered art on here, I have art journal pages, I've got watercolouring, I've got card making, and that's because that is me. It's I just love to create, I love to craft, and that covers a multitude of genres, a multitude of tastes. You know, I love vintage, I love fresh and funky, I love bright colours, I love my watercolours, I love my alcohol inks. So basically I just love creating. And I think it's good just to kind of allow yourself that freedom rather than kind of almost thinking, well, this is what I am, you know. Just to develop and grow and, you know, go through phases, and it's all okay. Right, that's my little hobby horse for a minute. As I said, you might completely disagree. That's fine. I'm not saying you have to have my opinion. I'm just expressing it while I've got the platform and there's nobody here to shut me up. There's nobody here to go, stop it, Julia, you have no idea what you're talking about, so I'm just making the most of that. Okay, so now we have doodling as part of the prompts. Okay, so I am on to the last element of my page, which is doodling. And it was also the final prompt. So we've got the flowers, we've got the washi, we've got the tissue paper, we have the doodling, and we also do have the border, which I am about to create now. So I am just going to grab my ruler and do lots of lines. Now, the reason I've done this is I see loads and loads of stamps that are just kind of lines and cross hatching with little squiggly bits on it for stitching, and I want them all. I want them all, I want everything, and that's the thing, we can kind of look at it and think, oh, that would be a lovely, but it can't afford it all as much as I would love to have it. So I do this with lines and also with circles. Sometimes I will get my circle dies out and just trace around them with a couple of circles, and then just do the squiggly parts myself. So just, this is my border. So this is the border part of my prompt. And so the border and the doodling will all sort of be done in one. So I am going to create a few little cross hatches in various places. Like so. And I also like to do little sort of ziggy-zaggy lines, and then sometimes I like to do a little squiggle like that, so that I've got almost like a full stitching. So we'll do some little zigzags. Let's see, yep. And then I might do some little kind of maybe bumps. That was on a bit of washi there, but we'll do a few sort of bumpy things. I'll end up thinking it's a fine little detail and then going mad. And then maybe a few circles. Can't go without circles, can we? Okay, so add a few little circles in there like that. And I am also thinking, I've got my Jane Davenport paint over pen and turquoise maybe. Am I going to ruin this now? maybe I can put some blue in. Oh no, that's fine. So I'm just going to go over some of the bits there with a bit of that blue. Why not? And add that in. I think that kind of brings the blue from the centre as well. We've got that sort of turquoise blue in here, so we're kind of mimicking it around the edge here, which means it kind of, again, ties it all together, makes it cohesive. And I'm just drawing random lines, I'm not worried about it being straight. Okay, so I'm almost finished. I just want a few little splashes. So I've got out my Kuretake Gansi Tambi and I'm going to do some gold splashes. I've just covered up that sentiment there because I'm wanting to protect that. And I'm just going to grab some of that paint and do a few splatters. Don't know why, but I can't seem to complete a page without splatters. Okay, so that's me done that there. And I'm just going to remove that like so. So that is my completed page. Thanks again to the girls at Take 5 for allowing us all to join in. Thoroughly enjoy doing this every month. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, please do consider liking and subscribing. And I will be back again very soon. Okay, take care then, and goodbye.